Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you tune in and see this. So, this is going to be a general reading for both Libra and for Scorpio for October 2024. But all the readings that I do are timeless, so whenever you see this message, there's something here for you. So, I want to just make sure that our sound is okay, like before we go forward and get started. We are going to do a quick little run through of the general astrology this time. Okay, the sound sounds good. Okay, so after we go over the general astrology, then we'll go ahead and start with Libra, since we're now officially moving into Libra season today, as of the 24th. Okay, and then after doing Libra, we'll be doing Scorpio, and I will be providing timestamps for some people for later who just want Libra or who just want Scorpio. Okay, and for when that starts, of course, also after we finish the general astrology notes for everyone for October. All right, so just gonna light a little incense here and get that going, and then we'll get started. But yes, this is going to be a bones and charms general reading for both Libra and Scorpio. Everybody is welcome, regardless of where you may have Libra and Scorpio in your chart, your sun, moon, and rising, etc. Okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and put this over here. I think it's going pretty good there. All right, so starting with the first astrology note for October, on October 2nd, we have the new moon solar eclipse, which is going to be in Libra. Okay, so a lot of people like to, do their manifestations during a new moon when it's smaller before it then gets bigger into the full moon. So it's kind of like planting the seeds for something in particular, a goal or something that you may want to accomplish. All right. But since we talk about the planets, we talk about asteroids, we talk about the moon, we talk about all those kind of things. So you do have that new moon solar eclipse in Libra, okay? And then a few days later, on October 9th, we have Jupiter retrograde. Okay, and so Jupiter retrograde is going to be until February 5th of 2025. And so during this Jupiter retrograde, it can be really a time for all of us to go inward and do some inner work, okay? Some self reflection, some internal work, okay? And just kind of go over some emotional stuff, okay? Whether it's good or bad, right? Or both, okay? Of course, all the things. Then the next day, on October 10th, we have a first quarter moon. And then on October 11th, we have Pluto going direct, okay? So once Pluto goes direct, and Pluto can represent creative energy, can represent the underworld, right? Dreams, drugs, going into excess with some of that, right? It can be, not for everybody. But when Pluto is going direct, is really about having more powerful communication in general, okay? So it can talk about this like transformative aspect in the way that we communicate with ourselves and others, because it really kind of promotes some type of healing in our communications with Pluto going direct around October 11th, okay? So that's really nice. And then the next day, kind of something similar, or it kind of goes with that Pluto direct energy, is Jupiter is going to be sextiling Chiron. Okay, so Jupiter is the planet of expansion, right? It rules travel, education, religion, politics, to name a few things. And then Chiron is all about healing. It's the wounded healer, okay? So this is, again, is going to kind of be promoting some type of healing going on here as well, okay? Now, the next day on October 13th, we have Mercury enters into Scorpio. Okay, so Mercury is our communication as well, our electronics, right? All that kind of stuff. So when it enters into the water sign Scorpio, it can be like our communications may be like a little bit more intense, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, okay? But it can also be, and let me turn that down, little commercials with the music in the background. It can be about, like, with Pluto going direct, right? And then Jupiter sextiling Chiron, and then Mercury enters into Scorpio. It can be like a green light to confront the deepest parts of ourselves, okay? And just really get out, going inward and looking at those kind of more intense emotions, okay? And then a couple of days later, or leading up to that, we have the full moon in Aries, okay, on October 17th. So anytime we have the full moon in a particular sign, it's usually about 6 months from the time Aries season happened, right? So it's the 6 month mark. So if you have a lot of Aries in your chart, let's say, or your sun sign Aries or moon sign Aries or rising Aries, whatever it is, you can look back through the past 6 months and kind of see maybe where you've gone forward with some stuff, or maybe where you still need to continue that forward momentum, or if you need to go back over anything, okay? But it's going to be that full moon in Aries, okay, fire sign energy on the 17th. So I usually say, and if you are familiar with full moon energy, which most people are, the couple of days before and after can feel more intense. And so people who work in hospitals and police officers and all that stuff, they usually say like the full moon energy can be like more people showing up at those places, okay? So just always be aware, but again, doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just can feel like more intense, if that makes sense, okay? Good and bad. Now, also on October 17th, we have Venus is going to be entering into fire sign Sagittarius. So Venus deals with love, beauty, justice, higher forms of assets and money sometimes. So when it enters into fire sign Sagittarius, it can add more of like an adventurous spirit within those themes I just mentioned, okay? But it could also really be like putting more of a personal an emphasis on our personal needs in regards to love, beauty, justice, or higher forms of money or assets, but it's putting a more adventurous like take on our personal needs within those themes, okay? Now also I want to go back a little bit to there's something else here I wrote for the full moon in Aries on the same day, October 17th. Not only is it the 6 month period to look back at where we were during Aries season, it also talks about the North Node in Aries and how we really need to, like, during this time, prioritize ourselves. So even if you say, like, well, I don't have a lot of Aries in my chart, it doesn't matter. It's still affecting us astrologically, like, the same way. So prioritizing yourself during the middle of October is not a bad thing, okay? Now moving forward, on October 22nd, the sun moves into Scorpio, so we're officially in Scorpio season around the 22nd. On October 24th, we have the last quarter moon, okay? And then the last astrology note here, I'm just gonna turn the ambient music up a little bit. Sorry, the last astrology note for October is on October 27th, okay? We have Vesta, the asteroid that rules with aspirations, plans, and goals, is going to be entering into air sign Libra, okay? So there could be this general feeling of more balance and fairness in regards to our aspirations, plans, and goals towards the end of October, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much our general astrology notes for October. So let's go ahead now and switch over to seeing what's going to be coming up for Libra. So I'm going to leave the camera up where it is right now for a little bit. We're going to cast the bones and charms on the mat here, and then I'll bring the camera down so you guys can see everything more up close in detail, okay? So just bear with me as I shuffle the bones and charms. It may be a little bit loud, but it won't be forever. And actually, right before we do that too, I want to do a quick sound bell. Okay, so incense, intention, sound healing, it clears the bones and charms from previous readings or just the energy in general. Gives us also a moment to take a couple of deep breaths and just kind of check in with ourselves, right? Like it said, for October, even though we're doing this still in the end of September, it's always good to take a moment for yourself. Okay, so all right, so this is going to be for Libra for October 2024. Okay. All right, and I also want to just pass over the bones and charms through the smoke, like directly a little bit more. Again, so clear energy. All right. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra, for October 2024. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for air sign Libra for October 2024. Libra. Just do a little bit more. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra for October 2024 for the highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra October 2024. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Libra for October. Messages for Libra for October for their highest good. Messages for Libra for October for their highest good. Messages for Libra for October for their highest good. Messages for Libra. Messages for Libra for October for their highest good. Messages for Libra for October for their highest good. Libra messages. Libra messages. Libra messages. Libra for October. Libra for October. Libra for October. Libra for October. Libra. All right. Let's see what we have here for you, Libra. And I wanted to say before too, happy birthday ahead of time or right on time, since we're already at September 24th. For all the sun sign Libras out there, enjoy your season, okay? All right, so before I bring the camera down, I'm just flipping over some of the bones and charms that I can, so you can see it more clearly and you can see what they are. It's like really gentle. I don't want to disturb stuff here. Okay.
There's 29 seconds left in the half, and Jeff needs to make a game time.
Okay, 29 seconds, yeah. All right, so almost ready. Let's just make sure we can flip all of them that we can. Because I take a picture of each of the zodiac readings that I do, and then I also post that on my Facebook page after the reading is done. If some people want to come back and look at just the picture. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. So let me figure out as well, guys, where Spirit wants me to start this reading. For every reading is different, so just bear with me for one moment, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Libra reading? Spirits, guide my hands. Okay, so it's like definitely in the body and mental section, and it's kind of the energy, you can't see it yet, but it's hovering back and forth between one end and the other end of your raccoon penis bone here. So that is where we will start because that's what they said. All right, so let me take the camera down so you guys can see everything more clearly. Oh, and hold on. All the cords got somehow messed up here. Really? Okay. Hold on, guys. I apologize. Technical difficulties. Okay. There we go. Just unplug it and then plug it back out. Okay. All right. So thank you for your patience, everybody. Let's see what we have here. So Libra, we have all these different sections here on the mat, right? So we have body and mental, and this is where I was saying the energy was kind of like hovering back and forth between the end of this first raccoon penis bone, back and forth. So we're going to start there. But we also have relationships and love, all forms of relationships we'll get into a little later. We have work and money, and then we have the spiritual unconscious, okay? And if we pull all the way out as well, you can see that charms and bones have fallen outside of the mat, and that's fine. That just means that it's energy further back in those sections from the past. Okay, so we'll go into that as well. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to make sure I take my picture here. I forgot to do that. All right, so let me actually do it this way since they kind of went all the way out that way for some reason. So make sure I get everything in the picture. Okay, and a little bit of our ambient music and we get started. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right. So Libra, like I said, they wanted to start kind of out here. All right. So we'll kind of touch upon a couple of this stuff here, and then we'll go out into the past. Remember I said anything that falls out here is past energy, and then we'll kind of come back around and see where the energy flows, like where your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors want me to go. All right, but I can see here, Libra, that we have the freedom handcuffs, okay, is the first thing that caught my eye towards the end of this raccoon penis bone. Now, this is masculine energy. We all have masculine and feminine, right? And then we have the broom over here. Then we actually have the symbol for the masculine charm. We have a dragonfly here, okay? And they're kind of like all touching or very close to each other. We'll talk about the other stuff over there in a little bit. But basically here, Libra, there could be something, going on currently that started in the past as well, where there was like more of a proactive approach to your body and mental, like overall health. If it's not you, Libra, it could also be about someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So take it how it may resonate for you, okay? But there is some kind of like freedom coming in here in the goals or approaches dealing with your body and mental health that only showed up because there was a lot of clearing and cleansing that maybe happened again in the past, but is also still happening here with the broom. Now, this masculine proactive energy in regards to clearing some things here could really be helping you or helping the other person, multiple people, general environment situation, get get that energy going here. Now, with the dragonfly here, this could be about your dreams or someone's dreams in regards to um, how can I be physically fit in my body and healthy the most there, and also how can I be the healthy the most in my mental, um, you know, mental health areas as well. Okay, so I really see that showing up here for you, Libra. Now, if we follow again that raccoon penis bone going more out into this past energy that went off the mat. Could be that in the past there was a lot of emotions here, Libra, like regarding something to do with like finding the pieces of the puzzle to like have more courage and strength and passion with the things that you wish for, with the turkey wishbone here and the symbol for Leo over here, the lion. What are your wishes are, or someone else's wishes in terms of your body and mental health. So this could also have something to do for some people, not everybody, take what resonates again. Someone dealing with a Leo or during Leo season of this year, of last year, of next year, or maybe where you have Leo in your chart. But we also have the nutmeg over here, which represents abundance. So they're all, this nutmeg and the lion are in the path of the turkey wishbone's legs, right? So it's like maybe in the past here, it was really hard to manifest some health goals, okay, for you or for someone else or the general environment situation. But there could have also been like not enough fiery energy in the past, okay, but somebody or some energy was working on it, because when we talk about fire energy in terms of our body, especially our body, maybe less so much in our mental health, but our body, like we need to feel that Agni, that fire, right? The Indian word Agni, okay? So I can see this kind of past energy going on and then also still coming up here in the future present energies, Libra. Now, since this is the Libra reading, right? Very close, if we go this way as far as the charms, we have actually the Libra symbol here. It's the balance scales, it's just upside down, okay? And then we have the chair on top of that. So here, Libra, this could be you dealing with another Libra, or it could just be about you, or it could be about Libra season, like right now, right when I'm filming this, until the 22nd of September. Or it could be even where you may have Libra in your chart if you're watching this and you're not a sun sign Libra, which is totally fine, because we all have Libra somewhere, even if it's not written in our chart. It could be the house associated with Libra, all those things. But there could have been something about like finding an equal give and take here, Libra, in terms of like where you feel at home in your body, in your mind, or with someone else, where they feel at home in their body or their mind, okay, with the chair sitting on top here. It could also be, in addition to that, like maybe there's something about you're taking care of yourself more when you're at home, you're eating better, or you're exercising, or you're taking those mental health breaks and meditation and relaxing the mind or something here. So that's another another thing that could be going on here as well, Libra. Now, if we go this way, I just want to flip this over a little bit. So we have two seashells here. So both feminine energy. And remember, you had two masculine energies here, technically three if we count that one. So a little bit of more like balance energies maybe coming in here with now the feminine energy showing up. But this is my listening seashell. If it was a big one and you put it up to your ear, right, you could hear the ocean. So it could be here, Libra, that you or someone else is really listening for good luck, and again, being more proactive or harnessing this masculine energy to continue to cut things away that are not good for your body or not good for your mind or someone else's, okay? With the scissors here, because if we pull back out, remember we started with the broom, that's also clearing, cutting away, cleansing. Same thing here, okay? So it could be like in the beginning of your season here, Libra, you or someone else is really doing that, or maybe even goes beyond your season, like right beyond September 22nd or so. But I see all this as really good stuff here. Now, if we follow this turkey, I'm sorry, not turkey. This is, that's a turkey back there. If we follow this raccoon, the second raccoon penis bone here, it does also go into the past as well. And here we see the skull. Okay, so I have two skulls in my kit that I made here, my Bones and Charms kit. So where you see a skull can tell you sometimes where someone's mind is at, or where it will be at, but this is more past energy. So it could be that again in the past you were thinking, or someone was thinking a lot about their body and their mental health and how to harness that masculine energy to be more healthy in those areas. Now also in the past here, if you see this dotted line, okay, that's the dotted lines that separate all the sections here. Just imagine it going out and beyond off the mat, but all of this is still in, excuse me, let me turn that down, the body and mental health where we're at, okay, just past energy. So we have another seashell here, beautiful feminine energy. And now this time we have the listening bells, okay, if I move this over a little bit, then we have the four-leaf clover, we have the mountain charm, and then we have the star, okay? And then we also have the coyote penis bone here, and that's kind of like all on the line in the past. So this Libra could be talking about, you or someone else listening in the past for good luck to work through some health challenges. So the mountain charm is all about challenges. So how do I deal with the challenges in the body or with the body, or how do I deal with the mental health challenges in the mind? And how do I stay true to myself and follow my North Star, while I'm doing that, or while someone else is doing that, or while the energy is manifesting or showing up like that in the past. Okay. So again, more masculine energy as well. All right. Now, as we go this way here, Libra, I can see that we have the hummingbird here, and then we have my symbol for Capricorn. Some people are like, no, that's Aries, but I designated Capricorn, and I'm doing the reading. So everybody does it a little differently, right? How they see the charms and bones. But basically here, Libra, there could be, something going on with a Capricorn, of course, with the body and mental health. It could be like you're working with a doctor who's a Capricorn, or a trainer, physical trainer, or a friend or something. Or it could be something that maybe you start during Capricorn season, or someone started during Capricorn season of this year, of last year, of next year, etc. But if it's not the zodiac stuff, okay, the general, my association with Capricorn is that earth energy. It's slow moving, but it's about resiliency. So the goat always climbs up the mountain, and if it falls down, it's going to get up again and keep traveling those really narrow pathways and harder roads to reach. Okay, so when you couple that with the hummingbird here, Libra, it's like, what am I naturally good at? And do I really care if other people don't understand that in terms of your body and mental health, or someone else's body and mental health? Okay, because the hummingbird flies backwards, but they get the sweetest nectar. Okay, so it's like doing what naturally feels good for you in the body with the mental health, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I see a lot of hard work being put in those areas by someone here, or by the energy. And I also see that there's been a lot of thinking about mental health in particular here. If we move this first human teeth bone, right, it was right on the mental word on the mat. So chewing over, digesting, thinking about mental health, okay, and how that also relates to our body and our spirit, overall health here. Now, if we go this way, Libra, we've got the ship anchor, okay? We've got the key here and the lock, and the lock is inside the rope, okay? And then the key is touching the spider web, which is also touching the cloud here, okay? So here, Libra, I'm seeing that there is also, if we go a little bit further up, right on the line, you got Pegasus. Okay, so that's represents freedom. Okay, you started off your reading with the freedom cuffs here. Okay, and now we're talking about maybe freedom in our environment so we can stop and go when we please. Okay, with the ship anchor here, so we drop it, the anchor, when we need to stop the boat, and we lift it when we need to go. So it's like having the freedom to do something with the body and mental health, and how um, the I guess the freedom to do things or not do things, like choices, is really coming through here. Affects the whole environment, and maybe there's like a small bit of confusion here within the environment with something to do with the body and mental health with the cloud here. But I also see on the other side, right, that there are answers that are going to be coming in. So if there's a little bit of confusion or stagnant energy here with the lock in that rope, it's like over time that's gonna fizzle out, or it's gonna go away, or it's just something about timing here anytime you talk about something in the rope. Now as you go this way here, Libra, as well, there could be some type of information that's coming through here for you, or going out from you to someone else, vice versa, etc. But it's about something to do with manifesting in the environment, like a more healthy environment, okay, for the body and mental health, and also the spiritual side of things too. Okay, if we go this way here, Libra, I love that the wish charm is like right on your shoulder, and I also, it feels like it wants to like fall down your shoulder and then go right into the hand there. Okay, we're talking about the little figure on the mat that's meditating. Each section has like a little like visual cue of like where you're at. Okay, so this one is about meditation, right, in the body and mental health. So there could be like, again, something that you're really, no, well, not again, but it's like something that you are wishing for. Maybe it's more about the body because it's showing up here on the body, but it could be about mental as well. But I feel like if we go back to the past, right, it's like how to have more courage, passion, creativity, energy for our body and mental health goals. So it's like something is like repeating again from the past. Like maybe it's less emotional now, like maybe it was very emotional before for someone here, or the energy, and now it's like, we're gonna set that aside and we're just gonna do the things that we need to do. Okay, and take like a more objective approach to something here. Okay, I mean, emotions definitely affect our health, right? And maybe more in the past it was affecting someone's health. Okay, but here it's like they're more balanced, maybe. Again, with your symbol here, Libra, the balance scales. Okay, but I want to show too, as we pull back out, like everything kind of in perspective, right? Whatever falls in this center circle affects like all the quadrants and sections. So you have your lucky rabbit's foot here, right in that center circle. Okay, so you also have good luck with the body and mental health this month, okay, or even beyond. So that's beautiful to see. And if we go this way here too, Libra, right on the line as well, like right underneath, hopefully it'll focus in just a second here, right underneath where we had that book charm. There we go. Maybe if I pull out a little bit, pull away, there we go. We have your angel coin here as well, and then we have another coyote penis bone here. Okay, so actually I'm just going to pick this up and move it over a little bit. I can see that we have the yin and yang that's kind of hiding underneath this angel coin. So it could be that your angels, your spirit guides, higher vibrational beings or energy, again, maybe giving you some type of knowledge or bringing some type of knowledge to you about your health, body and mental, or about someone else's, or just how to have more balance in those areas and harness again the more masculine energy to be like more proactive with those things. I want to see what else is under here. Okay, so we have our first honeybee here, and then we have quite a bit, but it's okay. We've got the skeleton hands, we've got the strawberries, it's just flipped over, okay, and then we have the leaf on top of that, the feather. I'm sorry, not the leaf, but the feather, and then we have the coffin. Okay, so let's kind of stop there, but they're all kind of touching each other, and then we have another human teeth bone here. So these things are all in the line, okay, so they're kind of both in these sections, but now we're moving more into like relationships and love. But what I'm about to say can certainly apply to the body and mental health area as well. So your spiritual team, okay, because the skeleton hand and the coffin are right next to each other, which doesn't always happen. They're both symbols for your spiritual team. They are protecting you. They're wanting you to have more balance, okay, within your individual power and your community power. So working with others and also trusting yourself, working with yourself, I'm hearing, and going over the details here about something that maybe needs to be cleared away a little bit again, okay? Because the feather, just like the broom over here, and then what else do we have? I guess the cloud and the stagnant energy. Oh, and the scissors, like cutting away or clearing or cleansing something here. Your spiritual team is going to help you do that. They want to help you do that if you listen and kind of be open to that. Okay, so three elements of all of this kind of spiritual energy showing up here for you, Libra. To help you with those things. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and all this beautiful protection as well. And good luck during your season in all the areas. If we move back here, lucky rabbit's foot here. So now I kind of want to, let me turn that down. Now I kind of want to go back in the past a little bit up here and then kind of move forward and come back to where we are right now. Okay, so again, if you see where the dotted line is, that's what divides this two sections. So now we're in relationships and love, and it's all relationships, romantic relationships, platonic with friends and family, and self-love. Okay, so apply it to how it may resonate for you, or all of the above, right? But I see Cupid here in the past, okay, pointing his arrow kind of going that way. We've got another human teeth bone right here. Excuse me. And then over here we have the coyote claw. Okay, so it could be that in the past here, Libra, there was like something to do with your loved ones, okay, people who love you, and people who you love, right? Like wanting to help you manifest something in terms of your relationships with yourself and others. So you could have been chewing over and digesting a lot of those kind of things before, but because they aren't connected or touching, maybe in the past that felt like more not coming together, okay? But I feel that as you move into the current present energies, the things that are on the mat, the black mat, it's going to start to make sense here for you or for someone else or for the general environment, okay? Here now we have another cleansing element with the leaf, okay, touching the Pegasus, the winged horse, and then if we get closer, you can see that we have the crown, okay, just kind of upside down there. So there could be some cleansing going on either with a higher up, okay, or there's cleansing around issues of confidence, okay, either too much or not enough, right? Or just trying to find that balance between those two, and the freedom to possibly also take a relationship to the next level with the crown here. So it could be a friendship, it could be romantic, it could be with yourself, right? Only you will know, since it is a general reading meant for multiple people. But you also have this beautiful yes coin here. It's just upside down, okay? So I know that there's some stuff underneath it, okay? And this is where we see your other skull here, Libra, all right? So this is, again, your other skull was over here in the past in body and mental, and now in the future present energies. I'll just turn it that way so you can see it a little better. It's showing up here in relationships and love. Okay, so remember the yes coin was on top of it. Okay, and then we have your other honeybee here. So there could be that someone is going to be, or already is thinking of a lot about their relationship with their self and with others, and how, like, where was your other honeybee? I'm trying to remember now. Oh yeah, it was under the angel coin right here on the line between the two sections. So what is your individual power and what is your community power? Um, so if all the honeybees quit individually working for the queen bee, let's say, then there would be no honey and the queen bee would die. So it's about that individual power and that community power. So there could be some type of letter, message, document that comes in here for you, Libra, or comes out from you to someone else or to the energy if it's not a person, okay? But it's some kind of yes here, all right? So that's really interesting and kind of cool to see here. Now, I don't know if it was exactly touching or very, I don't think it was touching, but it was very close to the seahorse here. Okay, and so this could have something, related to family if it's like platonic love, okay, platonic relationships. But the seahorse represents family, parents, or being a parent, okay. But if it's not blood family, it could also be what you consider your tribe or your family. Now, there could be something about maybe traveling here also as well with the ship here, traveling with family or traveling with your tribe or your people who you consider your family. And it's like during this travel here, Libra, whether it's like a short distance down the street, right, or further, or just being by water, whatever it is, this could bring in like this nice Sagittarius energy here. Okay, so it could have something to do with an actual sun sign Sagittarius or someone who has a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, or it could be about something that's happening, or had happened during Sagittarius season, or it means nothing about the zodiac per se for some people, and it's more about like what are your relationship goals with yourself and others, like what's the target, where do you pull back the arrow and then release it. So it could be like, but Sagittarius is also associated with travel. So again, there could be something about travel here, and maybe when travel is short distance or further, whatever that means for you, that like your relationship goals or target of what you want or don't want become more clear when you do that or when someone else does that. Okay, I also see here, if we go back to that clearing energy up here with going over the details and clearing something here with the strawberry that's upside down, and then the feather leading into the twin fish Pisces energy, that there could be something going on with a Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you may even have Pisces in your chart, or it's just like needing to go with the flow more, and maybe has nothing to do with the zodiac energy, because there is something about like feeling the vibrations and communicating those vibrations, and not resisting them within your relationships here, Libra, okay, because the Pisces twin fish is also touching the bat, okay, and the bat is, on the line as well. So bats are about good luck in some cultures, but a communication, because they don't use their eyes, right? They're nocturnal, they're in the cave, so they use sounds to communicate. So it's like vibrations, sounds, maybe there's something that you hear, or I don't know, Libra, that needs to be cleared, or you hear something that you just need to like go with the flow and not react right away in one of your relationships or multiple relationships here, because your spiritual team again is reminding you that you are protected here with the Norse symbol for protection, okay, and you have the three elements again of your spiritual team. So you got the angel coin, you have the coffin that's flipped over but you can see it right there, and then you have the skeleton hand underneath that. So Just keep that in mind, like all that beautiful good luck and protection here. And I want to see if there's anything under that as well. Oh yes, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So when we take off the North symbol for protection, okay, I can see that the witch is here. I can see the lightning bolt, and I can see the lizard. Okay, and they are also, touching and around the alligator claw here. So yeah, traveling either with family or about family, or with a friend or a friendly type of energy, because that's what the witch charm represents for me, can bring in, I think I kind of already said this, like new ideas about your relationship goals, and what you want or don't want in terms of your relationship. Okay, so maybe some new ideas come in because of a friend or a group of friends or friendly like energy, but it also brings in this beautiful healing energy here. Okay, and if you see where this is, in this section, right? There's a heart under here. Okay, remember you have like the seated figure meditating here, and then you got the cross for spiritual unconscious and the money symbol over here. Well, this is the heart. Okay, so you can't see all of it, but to have that healing energy and that protective energy and your spiritual team and the friendly energy all in the heart, is like there could be a lot going on, within the heart chakra this month or this season, or even beyond here, Libra. But that's beautiful, right? That's not bad stuff at all. Now, as we go this way a little bit too, there's a couple like hidden under here. So we have gosh, I can't think of the word right now. It's it's a seashell charm. Thank you. There we go. And then if I move this over a little bit, we have the apple. Okay. So there could also be something about, and this was kind of on the word love here. If you can see it, if I turn the camera that way, it says relationship / love, right? So the apple being on the love word, like right on the L there, it could be like a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or it's your own leadership qualities here that maybe are helping you bring in. It could be both of those things or one or the other. Bring in more abundance and good luck, again, with the lucky rabbit's foot here. And this could be something that you have been wanting for a very long time. With this seashell charm, it's like ancient, right? Like it's been in the ocean a long time. Okay. So that's really something that's interesting to think about. Now, as we go this way here, Libra, with the coin, oh my gosh, the corn, not the coin, the corn charm next to the feminine charm, that's right, touching each other all on the line. And then we have the butterfly here, okay? So it could be that there's this feminine energy in terms of your relationship with yourself and others, that really wants to help you, or is going to help you or someone else here, most people, general environment situation, like bring in something that's really good for you in terms of your relationships, okay? But it's going to also help, with some type of transformation that could be happening here, with your relationships or in your relationships, okay? But all this beautiful good luck, so don't, forget about that as well. So since we're kind of already going into this section, we can now go into the work and money section here, Libra. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing that fell outside of the mat over here. Oops. So let's see what we got. I can see we've got the elephant here that's kind of half hiding underneath the rabbit's foot a little bit. And then we have the peace doves, and they're all kind of touching each other. So this is showing me here, Libra, in terms of work or money or being valued or the finances here, there could be some memories, some very peaceful memories having to do with those themes that are going to bring you more luck during that time frame, this time frame, your season, or even beyond that, okay? Because it's like if you have, let's say, bad memories of work, or money or finances or being valued, then that's going to affect the future stuff or the current stuff, right? But here it's like peaceful memories. The memories, because elephants never forget, have all this good luck inside of them. Okay, so maybe it's about remembering something important here, because a little bit if there are a little bit of these like kind of questions in terms of your work or money or your finances are being valued in some way, um, Saturn is here. Okay, and also with the bicycle showing us, Spirit is showing us here, Libra, that our responsibilities, getting organized with the money, with the work, with the finances are being valued. um, there's going to be a lot of movement, okay, in these areas within the work, with the money, the finances. Now, because you have the money bag symbol like right over money, that's a beautiful kind of combination there. So I love that for you. um, as we go this way with the baby right on the line between spiritual and conscious and work and money, this could have something to do with actual physical children, your own children, Libra, or someone else's in the 3D world. Um, if it's not that, it could also be about your inner child or someone else's inner child, or a childlike energy, okay, that's maybe going to be influencing your work or money, your finances this month, okay. But I also see, like, because there's all this movement or this change, or in addition to, remember we said maybe some travel over here, with in a relationship or multiple relationships with family, with friends, right? There could also be a lot of travel, maybe with work, or if it's not physical 3D travel, it's a lot of movement happening here. So if that's going on, and if there's any shifting of responsibilities with the finances or within work, like who's, the boss and who's taking care of what and blah, 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 um, there's a need to go slow with that, okay? With the turtle here right on the line as well, because the more that we embrace this childlike energy, whether it's like real physical children helping us, with this more sterner Saturn energy with the work and money, that then that childlike energy is going to slow us down a little bit and make us remember that there are, again, these peaceful memories, or there can be future memories like set right now, sorry, let me turn that down, that are going to bring more prosperity as well here for you, Libra, with the fish here, okay. um so really nice energy there as well, okay. So now we're going to come to your last section here, Libra. We're in the spiritual unconscious, and the only charm that's kind of a little bit further out here is your sun, okay. So it's like both in the past and in the present current energies, okay, in your spiritual unconscious. So the sun represents happiness, right? So maybe, even though the majority of your bones and charms this month are in work and, I'm sorry, not in work, are in body and mental and relationships, maybe there's been a lot of spiritual happiness, unconscious happiness, because the less bones and charms you see in certain areas, it doesn't mean things aren't happening or things don't need to continue to be worked on, but it's like Spirit wants you to focus more on these areas up here, Libra, okay. So it's like, if there was a little bit of happiness spiritually in the past, there's maybe going to be continued energy of that, or more of that. And again, this could be influenced by actual physical children, or a childlike energy, or your inner child here, showing up as well with the baby right on the line there. You got a lot of spiritual support, okay, with the snake vertebrae here right on the line as well. And then we got the mermaid, and all the good luck, right, affecting all your areas. But you already know that from back up here in your relationships. It's like you had the angels, the coffin, the skeleton hand, all with the Norse symbol for protection. Okay, so you have that spiritual unconscious support for sure. And maybe that's something that you've been longing for a long time, or has something to do with past life here, past lives, lives with the mermaid, okay. But there is, the only thing here, maybe, this is like new for you here, or it's maybe it is past life and it's not new. But I would say that with the water charm here, with the frog and then the dog ankle bone, Libra, there is some type of like leap of faith, okay, that is happening or is going to happen, that could be very emotional because we're talking about spiritual and conscious. And a leap of faith is, doing something where we don't necessarily know the outcome with the frog here. And going slow with that, but still doing it, okay, and not being scared to do it. And maybe that's why the water charm is there, because it's like, oh, it's a little scary anytime we make a leap of faith, especially if it's a spiritual, unconscious leap of faith where other people don't know that information, or they're not you, they don't see it the way that you see it. Okay, so it could be that, this dog ankle bone here could be like, you need to be more flexible because of this leap of faith, or somebody else does, or everybody, the energy, right? But it's just like, go slow with it and just know that you have that spiritual support, okay? And you have the happiness coming in and the childlike energy, okay? But wow, Libra, overall, really, really nice reading here for your season if you're sun sign Libra. I don't think that there was anything really like too scary or heavy in this reading, so that's cool. But if we did see it, I would tell you. All right. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and switch over to Scorpio. Okay, so I'm going to put all the bones and charms away back in the bowl. Maybe do a little bit more incense, do another sound bell, kind of clear the energy, and then get into the Scorpio reading too. So just bear with me while I put the camera back up here and we kind of transition into Scorpio. Let's see, trying to get best angle where you can see a little bit of the table too. Okay. All right, so thank you, Libra. Again, enjoy your time period, your season if you're sun sign Libra, and even if you're not a sun sign Libra, enjoy the time period. All right. So let's go ahead and put this stuff away real quickly and move on to Scorpio. So I want to say ahead of time, happy birthday, because I don't know when people will be watching this. Early happy birthday to all the sun sign Scorpios coming up around September. Oh my God, not September. Let's try that again. October 22nd. All right. All the dates, right? Sometimes they run together a little bit. All right. So again, we're just going to kind of put everything back in here and let the energy rest for a moment. Oops, and things are jumping. Put some crystals with these bones and charms as well. I thought I had some more incense. Oh, here we go. All right, so we got incense. We got our sound bell. Yes, yes. Oops. Yeah, one more is all the way out there. Okay. Let's do that real quickly. I don't know. I had that. Oh, you know what? It's right there, actually. I was like, I have the smaller incense. It's like the matchstick ones. Let's do that instead, because sometimes it'd be too much smoke to use the really thick ones all the time. All right. And it's faster. That one's kind of still going a little bit anyway. All right. Let's see. No, that was a dud. Hold on. Really? Shit. Okay. Let's try that again. Like hit the wall trying to light it. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Maybe it just wanted to, We'll just say it. Scorpio's like, yeah, I'll take all the incense. All right. So we're going to pass the bones and charms through the incense a little bit again to cleanse the energy. Get rid of the lovely Libra energy and welcome in some new energy. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and do the sound bell here to also clear the energy. Take a few minutes to kind of breathe, check back in with my guides to make sure I'm delivering the messages as best as I can for you guys. All right, so if it's a little loud, just turn it down. It won't be forever. All right, so this is going to be for Scorpio for October 2024. Okay. So now I'm going to shuffle the bones and charms. It may get a little loud as well, but just be patient. It won't be forever. All right. So spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio for October 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio, Scorpion for October 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio, Scorpion for October 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio for October 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. For October 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio for October 2024. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio for October 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio for October 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio for October. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio for October. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Scorpio. All right. Leave it to the Scorpio reading to be a little intense. Not in a bad way, but oh shit, this did fall. Let's not start the fire. Okay. Dang, Scorpio. Hold on. Put a little water. Okay, it's fine. It just got a little hot on the mat there. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah, let's go ahead and flip over some of your bones and charms that we can, so we can see things more clearly in just a few moments when I take the camera down and bring it closer so you can see everything on the mat. Oh, did y'all see that? Or hear it? The incense just like spit at me, made that little incense noise. the other ones yet because it'll disrupt too many of them. Okay. So anyway, I'll go ahead and take my picture now that I do for all of the different zodiac readings that I'll be posting later on the Facebook page. And just give me a moment to figure out where Spirit wants to start this reading, okay? And then we'll go ahead and get started. And oh, we got one all the way out there. Let's bring it in a little bit so I don't forget that it's there. Okay. Spirits guide my hands. Where would you like the Scorpio reading to start? Spirits guide my hands. Okay, so they kind of want to start like right here in the center, in the center circle to be exact, okay? And a little bit where your turkey wishbone is here. So that is what we will do. I kept hearing the name Janet, but it sounded more like Jeanette. So that's a very like specific name. So it could be for somebody, because I feel like that's a very uncommon name. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and bring the camera down closer for you guys to see everything here. All right, so again, welcome to everybody, whether it's your first time or if you've been here before. Welcome. Hopefully this will focus in just a minute when I stop moving. Sometimes if I put my hand out, there we go, it'll focus. Okay, so if you can see, there are some bones and charms that have fallen a little bit outside of the black mat, and that's totally cool and fine. So that just means that it's still in those sections where you see the dotted lines, okay, dividing. It's just past energy in those sections, all right? But it looks like the majority this month, Scorpio, excuse me, is in your body and mental, and then you have a little bit, guys, that's enough, a little bit over here. Sorry guys, all the doggies are barking at one dog outside. You've got a little bit going on here as well in relationships and love, but a lot of it is like right here, okay? You still have stuff in the other sections too, but this is like when this happens, Spirits, like these areas are more important during this time period, so during the month of October, okay? So Scorpio, like you have you know, a lot of things that maybe you're wishing for this month or someone else's, right? You could be coming to this reading for yourself or for a person that you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So take it how it may resonate with you. But remember I said the spirits wanted us to start right here in the center. So whatever falls in the center circle affects all the different sections, right? And in particular, like the turkey wishbone was really hot under my hand. So we also see the symbol for Libra underneath the turkey wishbone there, Scorpio. So it could be that there's something that you're wishing for, like wishing for more balance, wishing for more equal give and take. It could be actually something to do with someone who's a Libra or during Libra season, or where you may have Libra in your chart or they do. But if you put aside the zodiac stuff too, it's really about this equal give and take, okay? So there's a lot of feminine energy showing up here as well, Scorpio, with the feminine charm. Then you've got the fork, you've got the cup, okay? And also the balance scales, the Libra energy here is also touching the question mark, okay? So it's like, it could be during the month of October here, Scorpio, there could be a lot of questions around striving and wishing for some type of balance, some type of equal give and take, okay? And there could be like this feminine energy that maybe wants to ask you, you know, or ask parts of yourself or whatever, however you want to, you know, say it, because we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. But this feminine energy, okay, not talking about gender, maybe wants to ask you like, well, what are you emotionally feeding yourself, okay? Or what is someone else emotionally feeding themselves? What's your emotional diet, okay? And how does that either lead to more questions about equal give and take, or how does that, if it doesn't lead to questions, the emotional diet, how does that also lead to like what you're wishing for, in terms of the equal give and take or the balance or the justice, right? Libra energy. Okay, so very interesting here, Scorpio. Like just at the beginning of your reading, to start in the center is unique in itself, and to kind of have all those elements there, that's really interesting. So I want to go ahead and follow that into your work and money because you don't have much going on over here. You had the elephant that fell like really like right outside, but I barely saw it, so I just moved it over to remember to talk about it. Okay. And then just the turkey wishbone and those other things that we talked about is also in work and money. So there could be some past memories because it fell outside the mat, right? Um, that maybe past memories, that are coming up again in terms of work or money or the finances or being valued, right? If you don't have to worry about work if you're retired, or you don't have to worry about the finances and the money because you're independently wealthy or whatever, right? With no judgment, then it's something about how are you being valued, or how is someone else being valued, or how is the environment being valued. There's something about those memories of how you're being valued, or how you will be, how you were because it's past, okay, that relates to maybe that future, current, present energies of like where is the balance, where is the equal give and take, okay, what's the emotional diet, okay, because maybe there's too much feminine energy in some aspects, okay, going back over that feminine energy there. Maybe there needs to be more masculine energy. Maybe there just needs to be a balance, right? It's not more or less, more masculine or more feminine. There just needs to be a balance, okay? And so there's also, let me turn that down. There's like the stereotype, right? That, oh, feminine energy is really emotional. Well, that's not true. Like all energies can be emotional, okay? But it's being also sensitive, right? So again, that's more of a stereotype, okay? But we all have that masculine and feminine. So maybe there needs to be more of that if there wasn't being open and receptive emotionally before, okay? But it will be different for everybody since it is a general reading, okay? But again, there's not a whole lot going on in this section. So Spirit wants to focus more on the other stuff, but we will talk about what's on the line here and just go ahead and move into the spiritual unconscious and then kind of go from there. So if we go out here in the past, there's definitely more showing up than in the last one, all right? But I can see like right on the line there, or right before, we've got your skeleton hand. We have the water charm. We have one of the bumblebees. We have one of the skulls. We have one of the human teeth bones. And then we have the seashell charm, okay? And then over here we have one of the coyote penis bones, all right? So here, Scorpio, it's like we're in the spiritual unconscious section, right? So one of the symbols from your spiritual team with the skeleton hand is pass on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, etc. Whatever you call your spiritual team. They could in the past, like really wanted to help you maybe be less emotional, okay, in terms of like your individual power and your community power spiritually here with the honeybee, okay? So maybe you or someone else or multiple general environment situation was thinking a lot about this in the past, because it's almost like the human tooth bone is going into the eye or the ear of this skull. So maybe it's something that you have been wishing for a long time, or thinking about for a long time. You know, to see again, there's something about the emotions in the beginning of the reading as well. Okay, so it's kind of like echoing there and starting in the past too. But you do have, right, like your Cupid here, okay, on the unconscious word, and the Cupid is sitting right on top of the feather, okay, and then over here you have Leo the lion, okay. So it's like you have, or someone has, or the energy has here, Scorpio, a lot of passion and creativity and courage spiritually in the unconscious. It could be dealing with an actual Leo during Leo season, where you have Leo in your chart, or something to do with the zodiac, and it's just those other things I mentioned: the passion, the creativity, the courage, okay, fire energy. Um, it could be like your loved ones, okay, and the people that you love and people that love you, are helping you clear something really important here, okay, with Cupid being on top of the feather, which is on top of the unconscious word. There's also a lot of good luck, okay, in your spiritual unconscious this month. If there are some questions like regarding equal give and take spiritually, or what the things that we're wishing for spiritually, if it's going to bring us more balance or more spiritual justice, okay, there is all this good luck. So don't forget that as well, all right? Now, I think since we're already on the lucky rabbit's foot, we'll go ahead and follow it into your biggest section here with a lot of the activity in your body and mental health here, Scorpio, for the month of October. All right, I'm just going to turn up the little ambient music a little bit because it gets so quiet, and then the dog's sometimes barky. All right, so you have your Buckeye right here too, Scorpio. We flip that over, right? That's your Buckeye nut, okay? All this abundance in your health during this month, all this good luck and abundance, also with the alligator claw, manifesting these things, okay? So if we look at the past energy in this section, we've got the witch here. We've got one of the seashells. It's the listening seashell, okay? We have one of the raccoon penis bones. We've got the Sagittarius symbol. We have Pegasus the winged horse. We have the rope charm. We have the mermaid, and we have the baby. Let's stop there because that's a lot, okay? Showing up here in the past, Scorpio, you maybe were having a hard time listening to a friend or a group of friends, or you were having a hard time, or someone, it doesn't necessarily have to be you, or the energy in general in the past in terms of your body and mental health, was having a hard time like letting in this friendly type of energy here with the witch, okay? There also, we knew this in the beginning too, like, right, wishing for more equal give and take, more balance, with the Libra symbol here in the main circle. This is so close in the past to having balance in terms of female energy and masculine energy, right? Or feminine energy and masculine energy. And so this could have like been influenced possibly by some physical children in the 3D physical world, your children, someone else's children, or this childlike energy. It feels more childlike and more inner child stuff because of where the witch is over here too, that friendly energy that we were talking about. It could have really like been a catalyst then for all this beautiful stuff happening in the rest of the current present energies here on the black mat. So what started here in the past to Scorpios, it could have been like your goals for your body and mental health, or someone else's body and mental health. Over time, we're trying to find more freedom and like being like, okay, so last year this was working for me with my body, but this year it's not. Or last year this was working for my mental health, and this year it's not, or whatever it is. So it's like it's okay for those things to change, right, over time, or to want more freedom to be able to change those things. Now with it following the other raccoon penis bone going up this way here, Scorpio, it's like you do have all this masculine energy supporting you in the past as well, okay, because you have your snake vertebrae here, that was touching. I just moved it over so you can see it, that raccoon penis bone. So the support is the friends, the family, the lover, romantic partner, mental health care worker, whatever your support system is here in the past. Maybe they were helping you be more proactive in those areas, because it was something that you were thinking a lot about, like how to manifest those things here. And perhaps you made some type of leap of faith, or someone else did, or the energy was shifting in that direction, because this is, very interesting here, Scorpio, with the no coin sitting on top of your second raccoon penis bone, and then the spider and the spider web on top of that. Okay, remember, this is still half in the past if you look where it is, like on the mat. Okay, like half in the black mat, half in the white mat over here. So because of this no, um, it could have been a no to you, or from you to someone else, or to a thing regarding someone's health here. It could have been, like I've said before, like it could be a no for right now, but not necessarily forever, right? But whatever this no is, it started in the past, and now it's also still here in the current present energies. um but it's like maybe no to like the speed or the pace of something, because you have all this masculine energy around, like go for it, go for it. And then with the turtle here, maybe it's like, okay, you can still go for it, but you can go slow with these changes with the body and the mental health. Okay, because there's also beautiful healing going on as well, because of the lizard, okay, under there. Oh wow. And then we also have the key under the no as well. Let me just pick it up and go ahead and move it over, because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff there. Okay, so we have the wish charm here, Scorpio, and the hummingbird. All right, so because it's under the no charm, it could be like no to you doing something that you're naturally good at, or someone else, or the energy. It's like, no, but I really wish to do the things that I'm naturally good at for my body and my mental health. But maybe somebody's like fighting you on that too. Doesn't have to be, hopefully not. Or maybe it's parts of yourself fighting that, okay? But whatever it is like a catalyst though, because it does bring in answers with the key here, and it does bring in healing, okay? That kind of may like reverberate throughout your health environment, okay? Or even your all your environments, right? Could reverberate through body, mental, spirit, body, mind, spirit, translates into your relationships, translates into your work and money and how you're being valued. It goes through all of those things. Now, this could have something to do with the Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, or during Capricorn season, or where you have Capricorn in your chart. Or it's just like putting in that hard work and that strong earth, slow moving energy, again with the turtle, like going slow but being steady with it and being consistent with it, right? They always talk about that, right? With our health, you have to be consistent. So there's also this knowledge that's coming in here, Scorpio, but it's on top of the freedom cuffs, and also it's on top of the safety pin. I can barely see it, but I'm gonna move it over so you can see it. Okay, can you see it, the safety pin there now? There we go, it's focused. Okay, so the safety pin is also touching the lizard, and then touching the scissors here and the freedom cuffs. Okay, so that knowledge, okay, provides an easier time to cut away things. Okay, it could be cutting away something to do with a person in a position of power, like getting a different doctor or trainer, or it could be something to do with confidence, okay, here with the crown. It could also be like something, yeah, definitely confidence is big here, Scorpio, because when you have the apple on the other side, that's like your leadership qualities, right? Or a teacher or a mentor or a guide. But because the scissors are in between both of them, it's like one of them has to go, or both of them has to go. But I don't know. It's like, okay, so if I'm going to be more confident, or I'm going to take on a different doctor or trainer, then I also am going to be like a good example for others, and maybe that feels scary, but there's all this safety and freedom in that on the other side here, Scorpio. Okay, or maybe it's cutting away misinformation too, with that book charm, cutting misinformation about something to do with leadership qualities, or maybe you don't want to be a leader in these areas anymore because you wanted more freedom to change certain things that maybe resonated before, but maybe now they don't, in the way that you relate to your body and your mind, or someone's body or mind here. Because I also see that when you listen to this more proactive masculine energy here with the listening bells underneath, and one of the coyote penis bones here, all these new ideas will be coming in. Okay, you can't see it, but the lightning bolts is under there. If I move it over a little bit, you might be able to see the lightning bolt there. And this is also, okay, let me not jump ahead of myself. Let me put this back here. This is the cat's eye, Scorpio. Okay, there's something you're not seeing, or someone's not seeing in terms of their health, but I already know what's under there. One of the things is the bat, okay? There's the bat. So there's something that you're not seeing in terms of your health or someone's health that's actually like good. Like maybe you're not, until you cut away this information, or this information comes in and then cuts away something else, then you're not going to be able to see the good luck, or you're not going to be able to communicate with someone or multiple people, general environment situation, on those more subtle vibrations, or with sounds, right? Sound waves, with the echolocation with the bat, because there's pieces of the puzzle that are definitely coming in here, but it's still like things need to be cleared, okay, in order for the answers to come in, right? If we go back to your key over that way, Scorpio. So, even though a lot of this is, very intense, it's not all bad. You have all this protection and good luck, right? The Norse symbol for protection. You got the alligator claw for manifesting for money. You've got the lucky rabbit's foot. You got the buckeye. I mean, my goodness, like all this beautiful, good stuff happening. And if we move that over a little bit, what do we have under here? We have the sun, okay? So there's happiness in the health areas, which is really nice to see here, Scorpio. Now, this happiness could also have something to do with your schedule here in terms of your body and your mental health. And I don't think I've ever said that in a reading before, but that's what I'm getting. Or maybe I have said it, but in a different way. It's like I saw the sun here, and then I saw the star. I was like, okay, so night and day, right? Schedule. But then it's also connected to the ship here. So traveling, or something to do with water, or drinking more water, right? It could be as basic as that, right? Since we're talking about body and mental health. But there's something about the schedule, being very important here. It could be also about having more happiness to follow your North Star. And when you do that, or when someone else does that, here, Scorpio, it leads to this beautiful, peaceful energy. Oh my God, this is so cool. So it's like the sun, the beam from one of the sun is coming through the head here on the little figure that's meditating, that's drawn on the mat. So it's like the sunbeam is coming through the head. It's like enlightenment, happiness. And then it leads to this really beautiful, peaceful energy that even then moves into the heart chakra. So where do we see the lizard? Yeah, all this healing, okay? It's like echoing here. So he may be healing the physical body, but then in the mental, but also something to do energetically in the chakras too. So I guess that's still physical, but you know what I mean? It's just so nice. Okay, so whatever that no is, it's still like all this other awesome stuff happening. Now, if we go this way, Scorpio, we got the symbol for Saturn here. Okay, I'm just going to flip it over. It's sitting on top of the letter message document charm. Okay, so Saturn is that father time, serious energy. It's like, what are your responsibilities? Getting organized, right? It could be that you get a message here, Scorpio, or you send a message out to someone, or just in general to the energy, your environment, that makes you more flexible. because it's really interesting. It's like the letter message document charm is resting on your knee, okay, on the little figure that's meditating here. And then what is this? This is your dog ankle bone. So your knee represents flexibility. You got to be able to bend your knees. And then you have the dog ankle bone, okay, which is also flexibility. So even though there's a serious energy to whatever this message is, or whoever it comes from, or from you, or whatever, it brings in all this flexibility, okay? I don't remember exactly how that bone was, but we'll just leave it there. Now, on the other side here, Scorpio, here we have the symbol for Pisces, the twin fish, okay? So it could have something to do with the Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you have Pisces in your chart, or it's nothing to do with the zodiac stuff, and it's more about going with the flow. But it's going over your other knee. There's something about the knees here for somebody. I don't know. It could be more energetically, hopefully, and not, all physical. And again, consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor, I have to say that, right? But like, yeah, it's obviously I'm not a doctor, but yeah, it's going with the flow, being more flexible here, with this energy, because it also then crosses over into your relationships, okay? Your relationships in love, all forms of love, romantic, platonic, self-love, right? So this is something that has been on your mind, or will be on your mind, or someone's mind here with the skull right on the line here too, Scorpio. It's like how to bring in more flexibility, how to continue to clear also with the leaf over here. Your angels, your spirit guides, ancestors, they want to help you with these things, and they want to show you that these things are related, right? So if you're working on your body and mental health, this is going to help and have better relationships. Your number one relationship is yourself. So if you work on these things that you can do with the body and mental health, then it will also affect those other areas too. So it's kind of obvious, but sometimes we all need that reminder, right? Now here, Scorpio, with this coyote claw kind of like going around the nutmeg, it's like, yes, you can manifest. It's like almost like hooking, right? Like if your finger was going to hook the nutmeg, you can manifest more abundance in your relationships with yourself, and others, okay? So you know that, or someone knows that here, with your buckeye out here in the past, but it's like almost right on the line between the two sections. Going over the details here with the strawberry, the details are in where you've felt more prosperous in your relationships in the past. There's something about those details, and something about, again, how you're being valued. Remember, your elephant was out here in work and money, how you're being valued that way, but also how you're being valued, like maybe in your relationships, okay? Because you can have work relationships too, right? So that's definitely interesting as well here, Scorpio. Now, if we go this way, we got the chair here on the relationships word, the angel charm we already kind of talked about, or coin. And then we have the four-leaf clover on top of the honeybee here. So there could be something about, like, how can I have more good luck feeling at home in my relationships? I don't feel like this is about your physical home, right? If it was in work and money, maybe. But it feels like, where can I feel more at home with the way that I love myself, with the way that I love others, right? There's good luck there, and your spiritual team here as well, Scorpio. With the coffin on top of the bicycle, it's like they want you to have this movement. They know things maybe are changing, and they want that to happen. Or it could also be that your spiritual team wants you to physically travel in one of your relationships too. But it feels more like let me pull back out so it focuses. It feels more like the movement aspect than necessarily the travel, but take it how it may resonate. Come on, camera. All right, I'll just keep going and hopefully it'll focus. But this good luck here to Scorpio, it can be about like knowing your individual power and your community power with the honeybee. So it's like, okay, so maybe you're like for some of you guys, Scorpio, you could be like, you know what, I'm really good on my self-love practices, and I'm learning to take care of myself and my body and my mind, and I'm doing all these things. So maybe you're like self-love, check, right? But then maybe there's something more about community love or the other types of love and relationships, right? So maybe if you've maybe even other people, it could even be other people who are like, oh well, you only care about yourself, or oh you don't have time for me because you're doing all this. Well, hopefully not, because if it's good for you, then they should support that. But it's like maybe um finding the right balance, with that too, going back to the beginning with the Libra symbol here and what you're wishing for, the emotional um diet, and having that equal give and take. Okay. Where were we? So I can't believe the camera's still not focused, but that's all right. There we go. Maybe a little better. Okay, I'm gonna try not to move too much. Um, but yeah, here we see Scorpio, the masculine charm showing up here, like right on the heart. We've got the horseshoe and the ladybug inside of it. We've got the money bags charm here. We've got one of our other seashells. I'll just flip it over so you can see it. Okay. And then we also have one of the claws here as well. Okay. So there's a masculine energy, more proactive energy, that wants you to receive something of abundance in terms of your relationships, and wants to bring in this good luck. But maybe the good luck only comes in if we're more flexible, or if someone's more flexible, or if the energy is more flexible, because that um, horseshoe with the ladybug is touching the dog ankle bone. Okay. So there's definitely like that little element there, and it's not like a whole lot, like it's just like, okay, just be a little bit more flexible, right? It's like just a little bit, right? If you see, just most of it's in the other area, so here it's just like, okay, just a little bit, you know what I mean? So having that equal give and take, again, with the Libra energy in the center where we started. If we go this way, Scorpio, now we have the corn charm with the mountain charm. So it could be that, like, there's a lot of, well, not even a lot, let me back that up. It could be that there's like some challenges that are actually making your relationships more quality relationships. So it might not feel like it at the time, okay, because this is more still in the current present energies. But then later you'll be like, oh, okay, well, we had to go through that, or I had to go through that if it's self love or all of the above, right? Romantic, platonic, etc. Like we had to go through that, so then we could get and go and eat the corn, right? Something of substance, okay, or to build something or to plant something, right? Because it is like, you know, we plant the corn in the ground. Okay, so if we go this way, Scorpio, I don't know what that is, like a piece of fuzz or something. This is also in this section in relationships, right? So we have the skull, okay? We've got now the feminine energy over here. Then we have the fork, and then we have the cup, right? Again, that was in the main center circle. But this way, it's like there's a lot of mental focus on relationships, okay? All types of relationships. And maybe there's a lot of like receiving energy, because this is feminine and this is feminine. There's a more softer receiving energy in terms of relationships, okay? And maybe that is because you or someone else with the energy here, Scorpio, is like, what's my emotional diet? And just being open to that, okay? Could be like, again, being more flexible here with something is going to bring even more good luck and abundance, okay? So yeah, I mean, really overall, if we pull back here and put back your lucky rabbit's foot, I think was like that, right? So some was in spiritual unconscious, and the majority of it was in body and mental. But really nice reading here too, Scorpio. I hope that some of this made sense, and always feel free to come back and let me know later if you feel comfortable doing that, like how this maybe came together here for you. And yeah, I'm going to post the picture on Facebook in a little while, of all this stuff in case you want to look at it again later. And I'll put in the timestamps for people who weren't here during the live and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to probably go ahead and take a break here, guys, and go do the animal thing because they've been barking. But thank you so much for your views, for your likes, for your patience and your energy and your subscriptions. They're all free, whether you subscribe on YouTube, or you like the Facebook page, or you watch on Instagram or TikTok later, whatever all the things are. But yeah, you guys take care, and I will see you next time with Sagittarius and Capricorn. Yes. All right, guys, take care. Bye.